Andrew, on today's show, we're interviewing Mayor Craig Thurmond about the importance of having unshakable foundations. My friend, why is it important to have unshakable values and foundations?
Yeah, because when things get tough, as things have gotten tough back here in 2020, you have to have something to lean on. You've got to have some truth to go back to.
Do you believe in the Bible?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe it's something that you only believe in when things are going well?
No, sir. All the time.
Has believing in the Bible and believing in God, has that impacted how you've responded to the COVID 2020 chaos?
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's given like a firm foundation, some truth to know and go back to.
So when you're choosing a mayor, in your opinion, is it important to know that this guy is a former Marine, always a Marine, that this guy loves the Lord, this guy's a Bible believer, that this guy's down with the Constitution? Is that maybe important? Should we factor that in when we vote for a candidate?
Absolutely, yeah. Mayor Craig definitely goes on facts and not fear, so it's good to know.
It's so great. No mask mandates. Every business has been open.
That's right.
It's not shut down. I'm telling you what, this guy, Mayor Craig Thurmond, he's not a clown. I love this guy. Mayor Craig Thurmond on today's edition of the Thrive Time Show on your radio and podcast download. Mayor Craig Thurmond, welcome back into the Thrive Time Show, Man Cave Studios. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you doing, Clay?
Brother, you're looking pretty right today. I can say this. You look like you're on the right side of history today. Let me tell you something that I know. And I want to share this with you because I'm not sure when this show's going to come out, but I just want to brag on our mayor for a second. 2020 has been a crazy year, wouldn't you say?
Very crazy.
The Constitution was a pretty inspired document, wouldn't you say?
It was. It was.
The Bible seems like a pretty inspired, piece of literature, wouldn't you say?
Very inspired, yes.
It seems as though the Declaration of Independence states that we believe that all humans have certain unalienable rights that were endowed upon us, given to us from our Creator.
Right.
Wouldn't you say?
Right.
And that the governments are instituted amongst men to uphold these rights. So essentially, God gives us the freedom. The Constitution says we need to have governments that protect our freedoms. So are we on the same team with this?
Yes, yes.
So throughout the whole COVID chaos, we got Antifa. They say Antifa's coming to town. Antifa's going to come to town in Broken Arrow, downtown Broken Arrow. And you had the police out there. You guys had
we had about 800 people that came and protested. It was very peaceful.
It was very peaceful. You kept it peaceful. Looking pretty smart. Because Kenosha, Wisconsin's the same size as Broken Arrow. It's smaller than Broken Arrow.
Smaller, yes.
But you know what? You protected Broken Arrow. You're out front on that. Public safety, big. I noticed I was driving downtown Broken Arrow Saturday night. Packed.
Packed, yes.
Packed.
That's good.
Had probably not 5 people, maybe 4 people have told me to tell you this specifically. They go, if you see him, tell him thank you. One lady goes, we went to what's the bar restaurant downtown Broken Arrow at the corner there that's kind of the downtown kind of Irish
Tavern?
Yes.
Minster Tavern.
And she said this was the first non-weird dinner interaction we've had in 6 months. Tell Mayor Craig thank you. True story. That happened. Looks like Broken Arrow might be doing well right now. Is Broken Arrow up right now in revenue? Up?
Sales tax is up. Yes,
is it up?
It's been the last 3 months. It's been up.
1% up?
No, their last check was 6.5% up.
It's up.
Up, yes.
Up? Really? Up?
Up.
Now, it seems like you are leading based upon facts and not fear, and that's what I want to focus on for a second.
Well, I think we have to continue to base our whatever decisions we make on facts, and you can't ever base on fear.
Now, do you believe that the Constitution and the Bible, these are documents that we should only believe in when things are going well?
No, I think you have to always believe in them, and I think that especially the Bible you have to listen to when things are not going well. That's where all your answers are.
Unshakable foundations. That's what we're talking about today. Unshakable foundations. Craig, you're a pastor. Rhema Church. Rhema, you guys are the Rhema Bible College, the Rhema Church. You're the COO. You're a co-pastor. How many people throughout the world has your ministry taught at your Bible college?
Well, we have 88,000 Rhema graduates all around the world. 28,000 graduated from Rhema USA right here in Broken Arrow.
You're in Broken Arrow?
Right here in Broken Arrow.
If people want to come to church right now in Broken Arrow, can they come to church in Broken Arrow right now?
Yeah, they come to church in Broken Arrow. If they want to wear a mask, they can wear a mask. They don't have to wear a mask. We don't have any social distancing guidelines, and just come and worship God.
Somebody wants to dress up like Darth Vader. Are you okay with that?
If you want to come up dressed like Darth Vader, come on out.
If someone doesn't want to dress up like Darth Vader, are you okay with that?
You dress how you want to, man. Come how you are.
But you're open right now.
We're open. In fact, tomorrow night we're having I do young adults ministry. We're having a great time of worship. and come on out tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
So Mayor Craig Thurmond, let's talk about this. Why do you clearly commit yourself to the Constitution and the Bible before bad things happen?
Well, I think that you just have to do that. I mean, you're committed as a patriot to the Constitution, and you're committed as myself as a Christian to the Bible. And I think that whether bad things happen or good things are happening, you always have to be committed to that, and that should never change. No matter what happens, good or bad, it should never change.
Were you in the military?
I was.
When did you serve?
I served during the Vietnam War and joined in 1972.
Did you see live action over there?
I did not.
You didn't. What was the craziest thing that you were involved in that you want to speak about on the show where you would say, that was crazy? Maybe jumping out of a helicopter, maybe eating some Army food. What was the craziest thing?
Well, yeah, the food was never good in the Marine Corps, but we did go out of helicopters. I worked at a bombing range and we saw a lot of crazy things happen. Yeah, it's really hard to say, pinpoint one thing. But being in the Marine Corps was pretty crazy at times. And when bad things happen, did you turn to God? Did you pray? Yes, that's where all your answers are. I'm not making light of this, although I am kind of a light individual most of the time. Your daughter got shot in the head. Yes, she did. Did you turn away from God during that time? No, we turned to God, and that's and it was a miracle. She was the sickest person in St. Francis when she went in, and she came out. A lot of people didn't come out alive, and I was able to see a miracle, and not many people happened to see that. And the neurosurgeon even told us that he did not do anything to help her out. Your faith was unshakable. Yes, it was. And then you decided to get involved in politics. Then to do what? What did you do as a result of watching what happened to your daughter? Well, public safety was, as a result, we went to Oklahoma City and we got a law passed. We changed the law. There it is. And so once I realized that I could do that, I knew that I could do things different. And we needed to focus on public safety and being business friendly in Broken Arrow, because we weren't focused on either one of those things. And now we are. And so it's really important that we are. Now, Mayor Craig, I want to ask you the same thing to you of Pastor Craig. Two Craigs, a lot of Craigs. So Mayor Craig, did you see the Huffington Post article that came out today advocating Satan? I did not, no. Andrew, pull it up on the big screen real quick here. This is, on the big screen. This is the article. True story from Jamie Smith, Huffington Post writes, "The death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg pushed me to join the Satanic Temple." Says, "I am a 40-something attorney and a mother who lives in a quiet neighborhood with a yard and a garage full of scooters and soccer balls. I'm not the type of person who would normally consider becoming a Satanist, but these are not normal times." Picture of, what is that? Craig, what is this here? What is this picture of? Oh, I guess it's supposed to be Satan.
Yeah, it's a symbol of the Satanic Church. It's it's some kind of satanic symbol. Seen it a lot on things.
And it says, this is what this person writes, "Even before Ginsburg's death, the Supreme Court was unwilling to provide adequate protection for a woman's right to choose and to control her body. The court was unwilling to keep church and state separate. Now, without her voice of reason on the court, let alone her vote, Roe versus Wade is in imminent danger of being overturned, thus making abortion possible." Again, Roe versus Wade made abortion possible. It made it legal. If you reverse it, it's not legal anymore. Not based on legal arguments or scientific reasoning, but because of the religious objections to what is a safe and necessary procedure for the woman who seek it out after discussion with their physician. Ginsburg replacement is all but certain to be vehemently anti-choice, with one of the top contenders belonging to a sect that actually used the term handmaid to refer to some women until the popularity of the TV series The Handmaid's Tale gave the negative I don't even know what this person's talking about. This is just craziness. But I mean, reading through the 7 tenets, I was struck by how closely they aligned with the unwritten code that I have used to guide my own life for several years. This is the Huffington Post talking through the 7 tenets of the Satanic law. Now, the 7 tenets of the Satanic law. Craig, are you turning to Satan right now? Now that you're, that things are tough for people.
No, we turn to God when things get tough.
You don't switch religions?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Here are the 7 fundamental tenets. One should strive to act with compassion and empathy towards all creatures in accordance with reason. You see how reasonable the unreasonable Satanic religion tries to sound? I mean, it's crazy. This is crazy. And I'd say this, folks. It says, The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. I mean, what? I mean, this is crazy stuff. But this is, again, Huffington Post. I mentioned this because it's an you have unshakable faith, Mayor Craig. So I don't have to worry about how you're going to make decisions.
Right.
I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think, oh, man, this guy. So let's talk about the little heat map. Can we talk about the heat map real quick here?
Okay.
There's a heat map that shows what parts of our city have COVID, right? You know?
Yes.
And it turns out Broken Arrow has.
We're in yellow. There's.
What about COVID deaths? Not even cases. Do we have a lot of COVID deaths in Broken Arrow?
We have some COVID deaths. We've had 33 people have died, which is very sad. Those people have died, but we're not where City of Tulsa or some other cities.
Do you have more than? Would you have had more than 33 deaths from the common flu in a typical year?
Probably not. Probably not. It's hard to say how many deaths we'd have a year, and I've got someone looking into that to see what our normal. But I know that supposedly nationally deaths are down to the 2016 levels.
So you're saying that the deaths nationally are actually down this year?
Right. That's what I've heard.
You're think about that, folks. The deaths are down. So again, why do you vote for a mayor? You vote for a mayor to uphold your constitutional rights, to protect your city. It's really hard to grow a successful company if you don't have safety.
Right.
Right? But I don't worry about you, man. I pray for you. But man, what happens? I mean, you've seen this, Mayor Craig. I mean, what's the craziest reaction you've seen to COVID happening this year so far, either in Oklahoma or a different state? What's the craziest reaction you've seen so far where you think, how in the world did this person get in office?
Well, I think people that are shutting things down and still keeping things shut down is ridiculous. It's been proven that really hasn't helped, it's just you think about all these different people that are in office that have done things that are absolutely ridiculous for COVID. When I read an article this weekend saying that COVID doesn't affect surfaces. At first, they thought it stayed on surfaces, but you can only get it from someone else. So
I have the craziest thing today, Mayor Craig. This is something I want you to know. Oh, well, young lady reached out to me. Well, she's a mother. And she reached out. She's a daughter who goes to a college. Mm-hmm. And I just talked to her on the way here. This is crazy. She says they've now been testing, and they found that the kids that are staying home and remote learning have higher numbers of COVID cases than the kids who are at college. So the president of this university is talking about saying that all the kids who are now learning from home need to be sent to a separate facility to learn by themselves in isolation, so that they won't spread COVID to their family while at home. I mean, how far do you carry? I mean, is this shocking at this point? I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's just nuts.
Yeah, it's gotten really crazy, and I do think that COVID probably will still be around after our presidential election we have. But
isn't the flu around every year?
Yeah, I do think that it's still going to be here, but we're probably going to quit talking about it. It should. No illness should be politicized, but this one has been politicized.
Craig, Pastor Craig. What do you think about this guy? Do you like guys like this? You like conservatives who believe in Christ?
Mayor Thurmond's awesome.
You like this guy?
We
know this guy?
Yeah, we watched Broken Arrow over the last few years just transforming. I mean, downtown Broken Arrow is just. I mean, I was a kid. Downtown Broken Arrow wasn't a whole lot. Now it's awesome. I went to. Late lunch there on Saturday afternoon. A lot of people. In fact, I thought 3 or 4, 5 different church members out there after church on Sunday. Went there again for lunch, and it's just a wonderful place. And every time I walk around and I'm with people, I'm like, can you believe it's downtown Broken Arrow? First of all, it's awesome to go to a place you have freedom and don't have to wear a mask.
So you saw downtown Broken Arrow. You lived here before Mayor Craig came to town and helped make it awesome, right? You saw it. Yeah.
Well, we moved our offices out here in 1976 out to Broken Arrow, and there wasn't a whole lot there. And I watched downtown Broken Arrow. I mean, there was a hobby shop I used to like to go to. S&S Hobbies downtown Broken Arrow, and there wasn't a whole lot there.
You saw the Bass Pro Shop come to town?
Oh yeah, Bass Pro Shop.
You've seen the Warren Theater come to town?
Yeah, all kinds of things come to town.
Dude, you've seen it, Broken Arrow change.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, our graduates, they come to town. They said, "You guys have an Olive Garden in Broken Arrow." I'm like, I mean, they're like freaking out about an Olive Garden. I mean, nothing wrong with Olive Garden.
I'm just saying. I mean, Mayor Craig's done a great job. How long have you been mayor, sir?
I've been mayor. It'll be 9 years. Been on the council 20 years.
I want to point this out here, folks at home. Mayor Craig is doing it for the money. Because he doesn't get paid.
No, we don't get paid.
So I haven't quite figured out how you're doing it for the money. But if you think about it, I mean, maybe. Are you doing it for the fame? Are you doing it for the fame? Do you like the negative emails you get? I mean, if it's not for the money, are you doing it for the negative emails? Do you like the negative emails?
I don't like the negative emails, and the good thing about being on this council, for one, is you get to make a difference in the community.
Yeah, you do.
But also, no one knows who you are, so you can be anonymous. You can go about your day, and you can go to the grocery store, and no one's gonna talk to you about problems. So it's really good. So you don't do it for fame. If you think you get famous being on city council, you're not going to.
Okay, Ross, you're here from the great state of Louisiana. This guy owns boats, barges, big boats that they repair barges. It's pretty cool. Big business, very successful business. Ross, I don't know how often you get a chance to interview a mayor. You can ask a mayor any question you want at all about all things mayorness. You could ask him his theories on boats and barges and alligators. He might not know a lot about those things. But this guy, Ross, he literally has alligators. He says he sees them once a week just running around.
Oh, yeah, they're everywhere for sure.
What question would you have for Mayor Craig? Any questions for this guy? You know, one citizen to another. I mean, you probably would want to ask your mayor a question or two.
Yeah. What would you say is the hardest part about being the mayor?
I think the hardest part is when you do make people unhappy, when you get the emails and you have to respond back, and especially responding back with and people respond back to you and say, well, you're just giving me facts. I want something. I want you to do something.
Sorry about that 14-page all caps email I sent you.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is, and that's, when citizens don't agree with you, that's always a challenge, and you try to educate them where you can, but it's really, really tough. At times when you're making someone unhappy is probably the hardest thing.
And I could say this. I don't email the mayor all caps emails. I really don't. But I know some people do. And I just appreciate you taking the hits, man, keeping our country open, keeping our city open, making things happen, doing your part to stand up for the American businesses, for supporting the opening of churches, keeping those churches open. Can't tell you enough. Thank you, man. It's awesome. And seriously, my kids, 2020, they're 20. How different is the 2020 for my kids than the 2020 for other kids? I mean, my kids are running around free, mask-free, having a great time. Think about the kids who are out there in Chicago right now.
Right.
I mean, Antifa's everywhere, running around. It's crazy. It feels like Halloween every night there. I mean, thanks for keeping it safe, man. It's awesome.
Well, I think it's important to be safe, and so you're welcome. And
I might need your autograph at some point. That's impressive. Seriously, I appreciate this. This is great. Thank you for doing it. Where can people vote for you? When do they need to vote for you? Tell us what we need to do.
April 6th, 2021.
April 26th, 2021.
Yes, they can go out and cast their vote that day, and the whole city votes. We have at-large elections, nonpartisan elections, so it's important that they do that.
What's your website there, Chief?
It's Mayor Craig Thurmond.
Mayor Craig Thurmond. Okay, well, MayorCraigThurmond.com. Without any further ado, let's end this thing with a boom. Well, we can't do it yet. Pastor Craig, what's your website? Where can people learn more about Rhema Ministries, Bible College, that kind of thing?
Our website is rhema.org. That's RHEMA.org.
And what does Rhema mean again?
Rhema means the spoken word.
Spoken word, Bible College. How much does it cost per year?
$2,800.
Okay. All right. So, do you throw in like a free Ginsu knife if people enroll or anything like that? Kind of a fun little.
No.
You don't throw in a fun like a little, like a orange juicer or something. You don't throw in those kind of things.
Like we used to see at the fair whenever we had a fair because of COVID didn't exist.
Like the first 10 people that go to your website, do you give them a free slicer, dicer, Ginsu knife thing?
No, but I'll do a commercial for them if they want me to.
Okay, that's impressive. Okay, we're gonna end with a boom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom.